and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And today we're going to look at Tea Together again. I really love this stamp set because I love the flowers with it. I really love these flowers perfectly. And the teapot and the teacup are just cute as well. And during Sale-a-bration, you can actually earn for free the tea time framelets that coordinate with them, which, as I say, are absolutely lovely too. So you've got all of there's a little leaf, so you get 3 dies for that, which means you can cut out more than one. And you get the little carnation, so again you can cut out 2 of those, so you can do big bouquets of flowers. You've got this little flower, and then you've got the teapot, the teacup, and the larger flowers. So it's a really good time to earn this. You need to spend £90. So you need to put in an order for £90, and then you can get this one absolutely free. So free set of dies, worth looking at. Today we're going to work on this flower here. And I wanted to do, because this set has some lovely Mother's Day sentiments in here, I wanted to use this one because I actually love what it says. It says, "Our love is one that covers years through life's joys and sometimes tears. A bond that stands the test of time, mother and daughter, hearts entwined." And I thought that that was just lovely. So I've got some Mother's Day cards. My little mum's no longer with us, but I have some Mother's Day cards to give to family, to give to... I have 2 lovely sons and daughter-in-laws, so there's always Mother's Day cards to make. So what I thought we would do is we would start with, because I said that I was going to be using them a lot, the rectangle stitched framelit dies. These ones, absolutely brilliant, and there are so many in here that you can do whatever combination you want. So today I am going to take this one, which is that size there. So from the outside, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th one down. And then when we come to do the outside piece, we're going to take 2 up. You can do whatever you want. If you want a small border, you do 1 up. If you want a larger border, you do 2 up. So work it out what works for you, but that's what's going to work for me today. So that's the frame piece we're going to use. And we are going to, I've already done part of this, so we're going to stamp out the rose. And I've actually just started to colour in the leaves, and I did those in Granny Apple Green, dark and light. And we're going to colour the flower this time in rich raspberry, dark and light. So an easy way for colouring in these flowers, let me just get the top off of this one, is what I tend to do is I will take the bottom of each one of these petal pieces, which is where it's going to be dark. So I'm just going to go round the bottom part of each one. So if you can see on here, it's the bottom part of there. This one is the bottom part of here, like that, and then the bottom part of this one. And as I say, you can just line it across, and then the bottom part of this flower, like that, and then round on that side. So that's the bottom part of this one. Then on here, and then this piece in on there, like that. Oh, and we've got this one, so we'll take that one in as well. Okay, so I tend to do that first. And as I keep saying to you, I am no expert at this at all, but I do enjoy colouring. So then we are just going to colour in through the rest of the petals. And as you colour through, you will be blending through the dark into the light. I don't suppose there's you could do light and then dark, or dark and light, but because I wanted the inside pieces here to be darker, so it looks as if they're where the petal's going into the actual flower, it made sense to me. And as I say, some flowers I find easier than others to work out. But I always like to try and find a quick and easy way of doing things while I'm learning with these blends, because as I say, I absolutely love them. I've been working with them for a while, but as I've always said, I'm not an artist. I never professed to be an artist, but Stampin' Up has given me the ability to be, to use some artistic flair, so that I can do things so that they do look absolutely beautiful and as if a real artist has completed them, whereas all I've done is take our beautiful stamps and just used a little bit of colour round like that. Okay, so once that sort of dried off a little bit, you will get that that sort of tonal definition in between the two. So you've got the dark going in and you've got the light coming out. And it's an easy way to do the colouring. So then we're going to use the stitch frames and we are going to cut that out. Now, I've already done one because it's easier to do it. But you can see when it's dried, you have this lovely light and dark pieces coming. So we've got this one cut out. So I'm going to put that to one side for a second. Because what I wanted to do was to create this little panel, but I wanted to add some, rather than putting it straight on here like this, which looks lovely, but I wanted to give a little bit of something on there. So what I've done is I have taken a just a piece of cardstock and I've cut out the die shape. So you have a positive and you have a negative. And on this one, I'm going to use the negative, and I'm just going to set this up in the corner, roughly where I want it. And then I'm just going to take a sponge and our coordinating rich raspberry ink. One of the nice things about Stampin' Up is everything coordinates, so you don't ever have a problem in mixing everything together. So I'm just taking a sponge, and we are going to just sponge through the mask. Onto making sure we go into the corners. I could have done it on slightly thinner paper, but it was just an odd piece that I had over that I wanted to use. So up in those corner pieces, because it's the corners that are going to show rather than anything else. So say making sure it's right up into those little corner pieces. I think that should be all right. So once we take it off, you are then left with an outline. Now, if we then put the flower back on and we just offset it slightly, it gives a natural shadow round there, very simply and easily. So I thought that that would work quite well. And then I took that lovely sentiment here, and again I've done that because it saves a little bit of time, so I've actually stamped that out on the bottom. So you've got, our love is one that covers years through life's joys and sometimes tears, a bond that stands the test of time, mother and daughter heart entwined. So I thought that that was lovely. So I'm going to put this up with some dimensionals. So let me have a quick look and grab my dimensionals out of the drawer. And I think I'm going to put these up with the minis so I can get into the point of a couple of these leaves on here, which is what I'd want to do. And then I'm just going to put a couple of the other ones down in there like that. Now, again, if you wanted to use the negative side, you could use the negative to offset and colour it in any colour, and then you can offset the actual die on die. I'll show you that once I've just taken these little pieces off. Have I done that one? Done that one? Yes. Just this bottom one here to do. So we're just going to put this one. And as I say, we just need to offset it. So it's like a drop shadow, but it's an easy way of doing it, and you want quite a bit of it in there. So I'm just going to take it to probably about there and bring it down. I could have brought it a little bit further actually. Let's see if I can just bring it, stuck that down completely. I'm going to bring it down a little bit further because I actually want to do it up this way because my lights make it quite difficult to see. So I'm going to take it down onto there. You can take it as far as you want, but I just want to have quite a large sort of drop shadow on it like that. But it gives you the perfect shape for doing it. And then I would just take, as I said, the next, I've got a couple of pieces cut out, the next 2 framelets up, and then just put that in on the centre. And then take a card base like that and put that in the centre like that. This one I've embossed in the lace textured background, but it gives you a very pretty card with this drop shadow coming down on the back. So let me take these bits out of the way for a second, and I will show you what I meant with doing it with the other way round. So if I take, I've done a couple of them and coloured them in different colours. So we'll go with the blue. Let's try, I'm going to do, because I haven't done a blue flower, but I've got this one. So for example, you could then just put it on here, and you've got a little die cut piece out of the back there. And let me have a look and see if I've got a background piece on this one to just show you, because it's easier to do it sometimes like that. So if we had that on there, we'd have to put that on there. I'm putting it upside down so I can just sort of show you. But there, it gives you a raised drop shadow on there, and obviously you can colour it in whatever colour you want. But I thought it was quite nice to do it where it's completely flat, like that, so you just have that that shadow coming through just by cutting it out of the mask. So a very simple idea using the Tea Together, which, as I say, I absolutely love. And as I said, when you get a stamp set, I use it again and again and again with lots of different things. So I will be bringing you some more ideas using the Tea Together, but I thought that this was a lovely, simple, pretty idea using that beautiful rose. So thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.